I'm now recovered from the horror of seeing Edward and Martine together and ready for more adventures, so off we go. Let's see, should I go down that way? No, let's just go in here.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Man the harpoons!
Oh, it's a maze. I remember doing something like this when I was a little girl. You have to follow it all the way to the center.
You've got to be kidding me. So Edward and Martine were doing what they were doing literally just across the room from his wife. Subtle.
Don't you just love surprises?
Oh no, so it actually wasn't a maze. What we have here is probably one of my most hated puzzles. This would be the bastard offspring of chess and a sliding puzzle. The object of it is to switch the sides, so you end up with the white bishops on the left and the black bishops on the right. So nice of Stauf to actually give us those instructions. Another thing he neglected to mention is that at no point can you move a bishop to a position where it can be taken by another bishop.
Which way should I go now?
Some 28 frustrating minutes later.
Which way should I go now? Which way should I go now?
No!
Finally got it solved, and we don't even get a scene as a reward. Well, I've got no idea what that was. Now every other door upstairs is locked, so it's about time we went downstairs again. Let's try these double doors over here. Oh, locked as well. But I think we can go through this one. Good. Now there's a book on the table we can click on. I'll get to that in a minute. I want to have a look at that telescope first, because I know that's a puzzle. Wow, those doors are bouncy.
You'll need more than lenses to focus your thoughts on this one. Now this doesn't make sense.
So yeah, Stauf is so powerful that he's actually written a message onto Mars. Not shown is where he's just written "fuck off" on the moon.
A perplexing planetary poser. How puzzling. Perhaps a phonemic path can be phrased with a little postulation.
That is some godlike alliteration.
Having fun yet, mortal?
This is trickier than it looks.
So this is another one where we have to use the letters to spell out a sentence. In this case, we can only use letters that are connected to the one we've previously used. This is a very simple puzzle once you realise what you're doing. There is... let's see, we have the N next. Oh yeah, there we go, there is... Yeah, there is no... Ah, there we go, got it. There is no possible way.
What twisted crime of logic would merit such a sentence?
Nicely put.
Old Man Stauf built a house and filled it with his toys. 6 guests were invited one night. Their screams, the only noise. Blood inside the library, blood right up the hall, dripping down the attic stairs. Hey, guests, try not to fall. Nobody came out that night. Not one was ever seen. But old man Stauf is waiting there, crazy, sick, and mean.
That's given us some confirmation, if you haven't already guessed, that all of the people we've been seeing are ghosts. They were dead all along. Ooh, spooky. Now back to that book. Now this would be the hint book. Basically, this was included in case some of the puzzles were a little too challenging for some people. I'm going to try not to use it, but I am well aware of the microscope puzzle in this game, and it may come to using the hint book then. So we'll remember that's there, but in the meantime we have other places to go. Ah, there's another puzzle on the front door now. Let's have a look at that one.
It's easy to find a place to start. It's hard to find a place to finish.
I'm going to admit now that I still don't really get what's going on with this puzzle. You've got to click on the purple dots around the edge to make spiders crawl to the other side.
Which way should I go now?
I never quite worked out what I had to do in order to win, though. I got this one by trial and error in the end. I think you're supposed to get it so that there's spiders on all corners but one. But as I said, I just got it through trial and error, so we'll skip ahead to that.
Which way should I go now? Which way should I go now?
And done.
Come on, come, please.
No, little boy, the door is locked. There is no escape for you. Is it bad that I'm actually taking Old Man Stauf's side on this one so far? I'm getting hungry, so let's go see if we can find the kitchen. Ah, here it is.
Yes, this is it. No, it isn't.
I don't think she realises the cupboard doors are closed.
When all the 7 guests have gathered, you must figure out what I want. It's a puzzle, Mrs. Knox. And mind you, the others are also working at the same task. It may all depend on who has the greatest need, or who is the bravest. There are clues throughout this house as to what must be done. The house is alive with clues, hoping to meet you in the flesh. I remain your host, Henry Stauf. Here's food for thought. Be warned, though, your mind will this night is done.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a trope namer. Now join me as we attempt to solve the soup cans.
There's more to these cans than meets the eye.
I love looking at a good set of cans. Sorry.
I don't think you can do this.
Once again, this is another spelling one. The slight trick to this one is we don't have any vowels, just a large number of Y's. That actually makes it easier, because, let's face it, there's not that many words that only have Y's in them. I've also got the added advantage of actually remembering some of this. So if I remember that first two words are shy gypsy, and the last word is crypt. The rest of it I'll have to try and figure out as I'm going along. Well, I think it's safe to say that the two-letter words are going to be by and my. So let's just put those in. La-di-da-di-da. There we go. Forward now, skip to the end. And here we go. Sly gypsy, slyly, spryly, tryst by my crypt. We have solved the soup cans.
There. Now I've solved it.
What do you mean, lady? You just put them all back. You just undid all my hard work. You bitch. I'll get you for that, but this'll have to be another time.